You enjoyed your tour of the premises today. We are now back in my office and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing here when I am in my office. First of all, I would like to see you to see a Galaxy high priority item list. The way it works, I have a running priority list of about 200 to 300 items. I pick 10 of those, the most important ones, and they go on a high 10 priority item list. As they get accomplished, they get off, and new ones enter the 10 high priority list. That way we can stay focused. I can delegate to certain people who we have here, and things will get done. Today I'm looking at the lobby renovations. You now have air conditioning in the lobbies, as you have seen. It was a major effort of all our people involved here and 8 companies. A process that took 5 years, which is finally done, and the air in the lobbies is flowing. We are looking currently at the delivery of the office furniture, which will take place on July the 9th, next week, Wednesday. All the plans are in order. We have done our spreadsheets, and after the furniture has been delivered, we are going to look at our punch list, because there are still some items to be taken care of. The spreadsheets we made, for example, about the lobby renovation packages, in my office. Luggage carts, shopping carts, lobby carpeting, corner guards, umbrella wrapping devices, among a host of other items. So that punch list will take about 2 weeks to implement, meaning the implementation of those outstanding items. At the last board meeting we had on June 19th, I explained to you that I was going to show you in my office how I approve checks. Every week I get a stack of bills from accounting. With the backup or without the backup, I go through each bill, and it takes me a couple of hours to study each item. I want to make sure that the merchandise has arrived at the Galaxy, that it has been properly received, stored away, and then it gets requisitioned by the various department heads. Ultimately, the bill comes then to my desk with the proper backup. If I don't have that, the proper backup, it goes back to each department head and also to accounting. Only when I see that everything is in order from A through Z will I approve that bill. Then it goes back to accounting. Before it goes back, I put through a check request for payment, sign it, accounting cuts the checks, it comes back to me, then for one last checkup, and then it goes before the signatories of pre-assigned board members who ultimately sign that check, and then the check will be mailed. A system like this will ultimately give us control at the end of the day, where all systems will tie in with one another. Earlier in our broadcast I was talking about check and balances, and I talked a great deal about the accounting department, purchase orders, approval of bills, and the whole 9 yards. I'd like you to meet today Carol. Carol?
Carol Karansky from Wilkin and Gutton Plan.
And our new account manager?
Rosemary Alvarez, accounting manager.
Right, welcome.
Thank you.
And of course here we have Mr. Ray McAleer.
Ray McAleer, the interim comptroller.
Who will be leaving us on July the 3rd, which is actually tomorrow. I want to thank all of you what you're doing for the Galaxy and the owners, and as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, lots of documents. Currently they are reviewing the first 3 months, correct, of 2008. We are talking about organization, which of course is quite important. You have to be organized. As I showed you before, we have a high 10 priority item list derived from a high priority list which carries about 200 to 300 items. Throughout the years I also work with a color-coded system. As you can see, various colors on my desk, they all hold files about certain subjects, projects, current, finished, going on to the next one. And when the board president, Lou Otero, or any board member comes to my office with a question or accounting, I have the answers in a second. So a couple of other items I want to share with you today we have been working at. A bit about the organization again. You see these files here, those are current projects. Next to it, the same thing, many different projects we are working at. Currently, I have received several proposals from different laundry companies. You see the package here, those are 3 different companies. We have put together a spreadsheet to be able to compare apples to apples. It will go before the board, and then the board will get a presentation. And management will recommend, and then the change will be made. What I have here in my hands is the entire files. It's a lot more than that, but this is what I have been working on for the spa. Starting, of course, with the Galaxy Health Spa General Rules and Regulations. Many issues. We have new spa management, as you know, and this will all be finalized very shortly and all implemented. I hope you enjoyed our little tour today. We have shown you only a few items which we have been working at. I call it, of course, the tip of the iceberg. But I have heard from a number of owners that there is light at the end of the tunnel, which really pleases Cooper Square Realty, its management, and your team here before you, the entire Galaxy team. We will show you hopefully a lot more as we get back to you in September with our next update. I thank you very much for being with us this short time, and if you have any questions, please, my office is here for you. Visit, call, don't hesitate. Thank you.